Hi Cormac, this is a lesson for you recorded on March 22nd of 2020, and this is a lesson that we're going to be doing long distance, so to speak, because we can't meet in person right now. And the first thing I wanted to cover was Scots Wahey, and so we're going to just go right into it. This is page 28 of your book in your binder, so I need you to get that before you start, and I do want you to look at the music with me, or while you're playing, I should say. Sometimes you're going to use this recording maybe to just watch me play and play along. That's great. Other times I need you to follow this, alright? I think on your music you actually wrote the note names out, which is great, alright? So we're going to get started right away. Beware, make sure you're playing far up enough on your low hand fingers so that your pinky can actually cover this hole, the low G hole, especially when we have to play these D throws. Remember the D throws in this music here, right? Looks like that. There are a couple of them, actually 3 of them. All right, so Scots Wahey, we're going to go like this. It'll be, I'll say 1 and 2 and then we'll start on the next beat, okay? So let's try it. Get your fingers ready. Make sure you're choked up enough on the bottom hand. 1 and 2 and. Now, if it was hard to keep up with me on that recording, let me know, but also I want you to work on it on your own so you can play with me at that tempo, okay? Now we're going to switch pages to the page 30. Actually, I think it's page 31 in your book. This has part 2 of Scots Wahey. And I remember that we wrote the notes out for this as well. So same thing, I want you to be prepared for the low G. There's only one low G in part 2 of Scots Wahey, and that's the D throw that occurs in the last line right there. Okay? The rest of this part has a lot of high hand notes, a lot of E's, F's, high G's, high A's. Alright? This part I'm going to record slightly slower tempo than part 1, because you have not had as much experience with this one, all right? The key thing to remember in this part is we have strikes, right? At the very beginning, when we go to that first F, and then we strike our E finger down, that's a strike. It makes 2 separate Fs. It goes, remember that? That's a strike on F. We can try that. Quite simple. There's also another kind of strike. Do you remember what it is? I bet you do. It's an E, strike on E. So you're playing E, and you lower your E finger down and bring it back up. It sounds like this. Again, it sounds. There's an E strike in this tune also, a couple bars after the F strike. Okay? So pay attention for those. And also remember the double high G. It's a doubling. It's coming from F in the tune, so you're starting on F and you go. I turn my channel sideways so you can see that better. You're on F, you lift the G finger up, bring it back down, and then bring it back up again. So, like that. That is the note that's at the very end of the first line of part 2 of Scots Wahey. Okay, let's go a little slower on this. It's going to be 1 and 2 and okay, so I would like you to practice with that and without that. It's super important that you play it no faster than that right now to get everything correct. The next thing I wanted to bring your attention to was Mary Had a Little Lamb. Now I gave this sheet music, sent it to your mom's email account, so go ahead and ask her for it. And it's pretty simple stuff here. On the sheet music I sent, I did have these notes written out, just like you see here, all right? The key to this is it helps you read grace notes, okay? You remember those G, D, E triplets that we've done in the past? That's what these are. G grace note, D grace note, E grace note, all on the theme note C, okay? And there are also G, D, E triplet on B. Right here is a G, D, E triplet on B. And then there's another G grace note. Ooh, this here is a strike on E. We just did one of those, right? And back down in here should be nothing new. There's another triplet on C, and then we also do a D grace note in between these two C's right here. So it's a G, D, E triplet, and then a D grace note, and then it looks like we've got a G, D grace note, and then a G grace note and a G grace note at the end. So your job is to pay attention to these grace notes. The actual tune, Mary Had a Little Lamb, isn't that difficult, and you can sing it and you can hum it and all of that. So let's go ahead and do it together. Try and play with me. I think we'll play it like 1 and 2, something like that. 1 and 2. We'll start on this one. 1 and 2 and. So what I'd like you to do is play that on your own with the sheet music. Try playing it with me. Don't play it any faster than that. And pay attention to those grace notes, because that's what we're going to be looking for. All right. Have a great time with this. Happy chanting.